All right, y'all. So when I saw this particular news, I had to double check the social media accounts that were posting it because I thought it was fake. I thought that this was some parody account or something, like telling me that Robert Downey Jr. is about to play Doctor Doom. Like, I was like, are y'all serious right now, Marvel? Are you serious? So when I did some research about this, because I was just like, y'all cannot, this cannot be real life right now. Like, it cannot be real life. As you can tell, I think that this shit is corny, but like, I'm sure that I'm going to have a multitude of different kinds of opinions in my comments, but I'm just going to let y'all know that right now. Like, if you thought that this video was about to be one where I'm like people jumping up for joy and like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that Robert Downey Jr. is playing Doctor Doom. Like, this is not one of them videos. This is one of them videos where I'm about to drag the shit out of Marvel ass. Okay. So I did research and stuff, and apparently Robert Downey Jr. had auditioned to play Doctor Doom in like the original Fantastic Four movies. I think they're talking about the movies with Jessica Alba and all that, like, and Chris Evans and all that. And without spoiling, I guess this coincides with a particular cameo in Deadpool and Wolverine movie that just came out. So I guess they're trying to mix all that shit up. Now, apparently, he's going to be playing in Doctor Doom in an a fifth Avengers movie, I think, called Avengers Doomsday, coming out May 2026. So I'm telling you, he was up there with that Doctor Doom mask on. They announced it, talking about, oh, he's the only the one person who could play Doctor Doom, and he took that mask off, girl, Robert Downey Jr., and showed his face. That crowd erupted. The crowd erupted. Okay, so maybe I'm doing all this complaining for no reason, and I'm in the minority, and people think that this is a really good idea, but I'm going to repeat what I have been saying over and over and over and over again. After Endgame came out, Marvel should have wiped that slate clean. I'm talking about new actors, new characters, establishing young Avengers, seriously, quickly, instead of these one-off Disney Plus shows. We still don't know what Hulkling looked like. I think that after Endgame, we should, maybe bring some characters back for like flashbacks or something. Y'all could have had RDJ here for some flashbacks or something, still gave him a check, and still, whatever, maybe. But like, to me, the slate should have been wiped clean. Like, okay, and I think they're using the excuse of, well, this ain't the same obviously it's not. Like, this ain't the same universe. They're coming from different universes. And I'm just like, okay, all right. But like, I don't know. After Endgame, the shit should have got less convoluted, and it's getting more so that way now. It's getting more, it's more so convoluted. I don't think that they should have had RDJ playing nobody's Doctor Doom. This is going to be a big ass character. We're going to see his face all over the place, even though he got a mask on. Like, and I know that y'all are talking about, oh, well, Doctor Doom is a man of science. He's a genius. He's cocky. He's blah, blah, blah. And that's kind of the same shit that Iron Man, they the same person, Iron Man and RDJ. Iron Man was, so of course, like, it makes sense for him to play Doctor Doom. Just like, the real tea is that Marvel knows that anytime certain people see RDJ's face on their properties, that they are going to print money. That's why I said maybe I'm freaking out for no reason. Like, maybe I'm in the minority. They did they focus groups and all that stuff, and they said we're gonna make some money, right? So I think that's the same thing with RDJ. I think that's the same thing with Hugh Jackman. It's just like, why would y'all not just let Logan, the movie Logan, speak for itself? And I don't care how many like jokes that the movie Deadpool and Wolverine, the movie, does, making fun of itself, making fun of Disney, making fun of Marvel, because y'all are still doing the thing. It doesn't matter that y'all are making fun of yourselves. Like, y'all could have let the Logan's impact, the movie's impact, speak for itself. Let that be Wolverine, like Hugh Jackman's Wolverine's like full ending, because it was amazing. It was a great movie. And that's it. But what Marvel knows, what Disney knows, what everybody knows, is that if you bring Hugh Jackman back, put his face on something, it's going to print money for them. And that's just the real like, it's going to print money for them. But I think this is where, and I talked about this on my Patreon, Patreon.com/Avatar Adrian. Oops. But I think this is where you have to have a healthy balance of listening to the fans, but also doing what you need to, doing what is required, doing what you have envisioned in your head for this, for the story, for the franchise. Because I'm just like, if you keep listening to these fans, Hugh Jackman's going to be on my screen until the day that he's 80, 90, 100 years old. Over and over and over and over, the same stagnant ass storyline. And honestly, I haven't seen Deadpool and Wolverine, but I've been hearing stuff and I've been seeing the trailers, and I already know it's going to give Love and Thunder. Like, I already know that it's going to give us jokes and no plot, like corny ass jokes and no plot, 10 cameos in 1 minute, and we're supposed to be gagging off that shit. I already know. If you listen to these obsessed ass fans all the time, like, we're gonna get Robert Downey Jr. every single movie, as if we didn't just do a whole phase with him and end with his snap. And they talking about, oh well, we're not undoing his snap, his sacrifice, because obviously this is a different character. This is Doom coming from an entirely different universe. I'm just like, okay, I get it, but it's still Robert Downey Jr. And that's what y'all are banking on. That's what y'all are banking on to make you money. But I'm saying, I just feel like if this keeps happening, which, I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't, because y'all gonna make money and that's what y'all want to do. If this keeps happening, it's gonna feel like things are just standing in place. It's gonna feel stagnant. It's gonna feel like we're on a hamster wheel and going nowhere. Instead of paying all that money, because I know Robert Downey Jr. ain't walking back on nobody's set for no little ass coin, bitch. Like, I know that. So the amount of money that y'all had to inevitably pay this guy to show his face for a couple, like, you could have spent that paying 4 different actors to establish a new kind of presence in the MCU, to establish a new stories. Like, you could have split up the one lump sum payment that I know y'all had to. I know that shit must look like the GDP of a small fucking country. I just know that shit. Y'all could have used that money that you pay one guy to pay 4 or 5 different people, new characters, new faces for us to get, like, acquainted with. And add a freshness to the story that, like, we definitely need, especially after this messy ass ending of the last phase and the beginning of the new one. We need new shit. We need new faces. I'm sorry. We need new talent. And it's like, so I talked about this on my Patreon. So often people, the fans, some of the short-sighted fans want to recreate the same level of, like, dopamine, the same feeling of nostalgia, like the same happiness that they felt when they first saw RDJ, when they first saw Hugh Jackman, when they first experienced the MCU. And it's just like, you're never going to feel that same feeling again, because you know who this man is. Y'all know who these people are now. So why not try and create a new kind of feeling? You know, y'all trying to recreate these old feelings. Let's explore new ones. I'm sure that there's some people who are going to be like, well, are you implying that RDJ is a shitty actor? It's like, no, I'm not implying that. But no, it's like, it has nothing to do with his acting skills, his establishment, his position in the industry. It has nothing to do with that. I'm just saying that if Marvel wants to have fresh new faces and stories and shit, they can't keep going back to the things that to the people that they feel like are going to inevitably print them money, which they will, but it's like, is the story going to be compelling? Like, I just think we need new fresh faces. We need new fresh faces, especially after the last phase. So let me know what y'all think of this. This is the last person I ever expected to play Doctor Doom. And it's gonna feel like RDJ. Like, it's gonna feel like another version of Iron Man. I don't think that this is the gag that they thought it was. Like, maybe I'm in the minority, and like most of the people, like, their reactions can kind of coincide with how they reacted at Comic-Con. Maybe that's like what most people are thinking. But I think that this is corny, and I think that, like, y'all are going to keep these actors going and going and going until they're 100 years old. Y'all gonna sit their 90-year-old asses down in front of green screen and have them on strings and shit. It's flying around and shit. It's just like, y'all have got to get a grip. Y'all have got... Yes, we know that certain actors are gonna automatically mean, like, financial success in certain ways, but, like, y'all have got to find a different way around, because it's gonna get stale. Let me know what y'all think about this. Love y'all so much, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace. All right, y'all, make sure that you're going to www.zoraxia.com. When you join the wait list there on the site, you will be the first to be notified when I drop my sequel. Also, you'll immediately get chapter 1 of my upcoming sequel of the upcoming book sent to your email as a PDF. So check that out. Also, this is a different excerpt from my upcoming book, so you definitely want to pause to read if you're trying to get your life. Keep in mind that this upcoming book, this sequel, is following up the first book that is already released called Zoraxia, Wrath of the God King. I released it a few years ago. It was my introduction to writing fantasy and stuff, so just go easy on me. But either way, as you can see here, it's given 4.9 stars. It's given 4.9 stars. So yeah, check out Zoraxia, Wrath of the God King while you wait for Zoraxia, The Vengeance of Cold Wind, right? And go to Zoraxia.com, sign up, join the wait list, get your free chapter. Thank you so much.